good, YouTube? It's your boy Xenny, and I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video, I'll appreciate it. Today we got Kanye West exposing Drake for working with the FEDS. So without further ado, let's get straight to it.
Say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it.
And you're gonna take it and you're gonna smoke it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's all I need to be clear. That's all I need to be clear.
But it already happened. He played one of my leaked songs and it was better than every other song this year.
Because you did leak Drake's address, correct?
No, he advertised it when he was building the house. Everyone knows it. It's like a place in Canada you go by. It's a monument.
So Kanye just jumped into the Drake versus Kendrick beef, and he's shaming and naming Drake as an informant for the feds. As y'all know, Kanye can act a little crazy sometimes, but one thing that man will do is pull up with receipts. According to him, Drake is a big hypocrite for running to the feds now because he has been working with them for a long time. But that's not all. Kanye apparently has some bombshell evidence that Drake is using the recent lawsuits he filed against UMG as a cover to feed the feds information about certain rappers in the industry. You know who else saw right through Drake's act? Kendrick. And if word on the street is anything to go by, then y'all can expect more diss tracks where Kendrick drops bombshell information about Drake. But is Drake really a fed? And what does Kendrick have to say about all this? Let's break it down.
Are you serious, bro? I think that this is one of the worst situations that could have ever possibly happened in hip-hop. Imagine you get into a beef with somebody that you want to engage with. Yeah, you got challenged, but then you antagonizing the beef. And it becomes one of the biggest, most looked at situations that's going on publicly.
So by now, y'all know Drake has gone full defense mode in his beef with Kendrick, and he's pulling all the stops to make sure Kendrick gets kicked out of the industry. The only problem is that, as usual, Drake doesn't know how to read the room, and Kanye is here to call him out for it. See, Kanye and Drake have been beefing with each other for a long time now, majorly because Kanye believes Drake is a hypocrite who uses the culture when it benefits him and runs to his protectors when it doesn't benefit him. Kanye made this point clear in a recent interview where he said Drake uses his sugar daddy, Lucien Grange, to manipulate the industry and move his own career forward.
They say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucien.
Well, Lucien worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
In that same interview, Kanye called Lucien a culture vulture, saying he uses his power and influence to control not just the music industry, but also black people, especially in Africa.
He's still a hired gun. He's just like a nigga handler. Like, he just control Universal. He run it for him, but he ain't no overboss or nothing like
so
that.
He not no billionaire nigga like Ye.
Yeah, I mean, but he got a billion. You know what I'm saying? His money is infinite. It's a form of energy. It's a tool and shit. Work for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep,
Oh my God.
Think about we had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, which you don't have an opinion in that vote, and then they get all these celebrities. They go on TV
This is important now because Drake just filed 2 separate lawsuits against Universal Music Group. And who is the CEO of UMG? None other than Lucien Grange. Okay, for those who missed it, Drake recently decided to take his beef with Kendrick out of the booth and into the court. He listened to Kendrick's GNX album once and knew there was no way he was going to come back from the Kendrick beef. So he did what he always does, throw a tantrum and play the victim. So on November 25th, Drake filed a lawsuit against UMG and Spotify, accusing them of conspiring to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick's Not Like Us. The court documents accused UMG of launching an illegal scheme involving bots, payola, and other methods to pump up Lamar's song, a track that savagely attacked Drake amid an ongoing feud between the two stars. UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices. It instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves. The lawsuit cited some examples of proof that UMG artificially boosted Kendrick's streams. For example, he mentioned one incident where someone on the internet claimed that they asked Siri to play a different song, and Not Like Us came up. But here's where it gets interesting. The lawsuit is not exactly a lawsuit yet. It's more like a pre-action petition, where Drake and his lawyers are asking UMG to provide information that will then determine whether the lawsuit will move forward. Basically, Drake is like, I know you guys are being naughty, and I need you to show me your records so I can prove you're being naughty. What this means is that Drake doesn't really have to bring any concrete proof yet. He even threw in a RICO allegation, claiming UMG is involved in deceptive business practices and false advertising. Since the lawsuit went viral, people have started speculating that Drake is basically just throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping something sticks because he's working with the feds. So, by accusing UMG of fraud and RICO offenses, the same thing Diddy is currently in jail for, he's hoping the feds will respond and give him cover when he starts snitching on other rappers. And Kanye is not here for it. Kanye is never afraid to say exactly what he wants to say, and he has never held back when it comes to Drake, calling him a snake and a fraud. But things weren't always like this between them. In fact, early on in Drake's career, he credited Kanye as being one of his inspirations. Kanye returned the love by working on some of Drake's projects like Find Your Love, one of the tracks off Drake's debut album, Thank Me Later. However, their relationship quickly turned sour, and Kanye later said he liked writing for Drake until Drake got too big. Drake was supposed to be featured on Kanye's 2010 song, All of the Lights, featuring Rihanna and Kid Cudi. However, Kanye dropped Drake at the last minute and removed his verse from the song. Drake took this personally and started dissing Kanye publicly. However, things went up a notch in a 2021 interview where Drake implied that Kanye and Jay-Z stole the idea for their joint album, Watch the Throne, from him and Lil Wayne. This was confirmed when Kanye sort of admitted this during a live performance.
As I stand in the city right now, I just want y'all to understand that there's been a lot of rappers that came in the game that wasn't able to do something like this for their city. And we wouldn't be able to make the music that we make. Me and Hope would have never made Watch the Throne if this nigga wanna put pressure on us like that.
Hey man, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I will appreciate it. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, man. Peace.